Alrighty, here we go.
Yay. So recognition. People are having a killer January. So congrats everybody. And I would just actually the top producers, I forgot to take that off. That is not updated, but all of the Success Club points are. And I just like to remind you guys, like the month is not over yet. So there's a bunch of people that are super close and you just like are so close. So I went last month from Success Club 0 at December 24th to 13 by 31st. And it was just, it kind of came together at the last second. So don't count yourselves out, but congrats to these people.
Yeah, and I just want to say real quick before we jump on to the next thing is like, if you just keep pushing now, even if you reach out to, 20 people and they all say no, or they don't get back to you right away, you're just setting yourself up really well for February. So don't just because, even if you fall short or you end at 0, no matter what, like keep doing just the very minimum every single day, because that will compound and it will really help you going forward.
Seriously, so true. I've noticed in this business, there's about a 2-week lag time. So it seems like the work that I did about 2 to 3 weeks ago is what I kind of reap the benefits of now. And so it's not instant gratification, but I can totally tell, like if I've taken my foot off the gas a little bit, I don't see it right away, but I feel it, or vice versa. Like if I'm just balls to the walls, again, I may not see it right away, but it totally happens. The announcements, obviously Team Cup, which I think everybody on this call is on. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Is Jessica on your team, Monique?
Yes.
Yeah, and Angela's on mine.
Yay!
We're going to win. So.
No, we are. Sorry. Sorry. My team, I just let you guys know, my team hit top 25 of the West region in the entire company last Team Cup. So I don't play. And we won all 3 prizes to the very top tier. So it's on.
Oh, we didn't get the skateboard.
We got the skateboard because I wanted the skateboard.
Big one is obviously the All Access Challenge Pack ends this month, at least the sale does. Now, because this is brand new, none of us know if I personally don't think they're going to take it away. My hunch is it'll be like a normal challenge pack where the price goes up, but none of us really know. So this is something you absolutely want to lead with this month. Honestly, it's the best deal for everybody. So, hey, Victoria.
Hi.
So that's a big one just to be aware of, because honestly, for your customers, this is absolutely the best thing to do. And then obviously weekly, check your online office and listen to National Wake Up Call. Tomorrow's Monique posted it in the page, but it's going to be awesome because it's one of the top coaches and it's about restarting a business. Like for some of you guys I know have come in and maybe done this for a while and feel like your head's against a wall or you haven't done what you need to do. And that's his story. So that's pretty cool. And then Monique, do you want to talk about Power Hour tips? I just kind of threw this in here before we jump into the calendar itself.
So I think I'm just going to share my story about Power Hour and what I've experienced over the last 1.5 years, because I kind of had this epiphany and it's really helped me from like all through December into, I would say actually November, December, and now into January. So when I first started as a coach, you get the business activity tracker, which you can pull from the back office. I think it's even posted in our files, but if you need it, let us know. We can post it for you. But the business activity tracker tells you to like reach out to at least 5 people a day, send at least 5 invites a day. Like they kind of do 5 increments of 5, which would really push your momentum forward. But for me personally, building a new business, I felt like all of that, like this whole list for me, looking at this as a brand new coach, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much stuff to do every single day. And how do you do it in an hour? And so I don't personally feel like I was very effective in everything that I was doing. So for those of you who are good with lists, like I'm not a good list person. I'll make a list, but I get really sidetracked very easily because I get very passionate about something. So if I'm doing really good in my invites and like I feel like a really good, like I'm just in a groove, instead of just sending 5, I'm like, heck no, I'm going to keep going. And so then I'll spend the entire hour sending out invites and I haven't done anything else. You know what I mean? And then I feel like, okay, yeah, that was good that I did all that, but I failed everywhere else. And so like I get in this like mentality where I'm like, great, now I'm not doing good at this. I'm failing at these things because I only did this one thing. If you're like, Abby is really good at lists. She's good at sticking to it. She checks them off and she can get all her stuff done in an hour, like no questions asked. And maybe she'll have 1 or 2 things, but she knows she'll get to those later and it's no big deal. I'm very easily like, once I get focused, I'll just put my blinders on and focus on that one thing. So depending on where you fall, if you can follow this list and get them done and just check them off your list, it's really easy to follow. But if you're like me, I had to take a step back because I felt like I was kind of failing at this. And so in November, I was like, you know what? And I've heard this, a lot of coaches do this. And it also kind of goes seasonally. Like if you're in a season in your life where you're very busy, or you know, a lot of stuff is piled on your plate and you're like, okay, I need to take a step back from my business, but I don't want to quit it completely. I want to keep the wheels turning. All I did was I said, absolutely, no matter what my day is like, at a very minimum, I will do my power of threes. So I'm at least going to send 3 friend requests, very minimum. I'm going to at least send 3 invites, very minimum. I'm at least going to do my 3 posts a day, at the very minimum, I was doing the 3 things that will absolutely push my business forward, no matter what. Everything else, I didn't even care. I mean, the follow-up messages, like that's a given. When you get return messages, I didn't count that because that was like, you know, you're going to respond to people's messages. But those 3 things, is like, I absolutely did no matter what. Like everything else I didn't care about, just did those 3 things. I sent friend requests to build my following, and I sent invites, and that was like basically it. Like I just focused on those 3 things and got them done. So that truly, you guys, doing that every single day from November into December, that's what my momentum has pushed me forward. Just being consistent and persistent in doing those very minimum things. And you'll keep hearing coaches, and you'll hear us all the time saying, bring it back to basics, bring it back to basics. That's the basics. Add people to your network and send invites, and that's it. And post on your social media. Like it's truly that simple. The rest of this other stuff will come together because you'll start, like I said, when you send those invites, people will respond back, and then you're like, oh, I have a message to respond to. So then you're kind of automatically checking things off of the list. You know what I mean? And then you check into the team page because you get a notification and you're like, oh, there, I've checked into my team page. Like you can check that off the list. So that stuff comes automatically kind of throughout your day. But I didn't worry about the rest of it. I just absolutely did those things that I knew no matter what would push my business forward. So I just wanted to encourage you guys, if at the very minimum, that's all you can do as a new coach or wherever you're at in your business, do those 3 things. Like get your power of 3s done no matter what. I promise you, you'll at least hit success, like minimum Success Club 5 every month if you do that. Every month. Guaranteed.
I can attest to that. Like Monique and I, like she mentioned, we're very different in our styles, but like I've never missed Success Club. And like I mentioned, sometimes it came down to the wire like it did last month, but since I work full time, I don't have time during the middle of the day to do stuff. So I have like power pockets. So I do like 20 minutes at a time. And honestly, it's so easy for me to feel like, gosh, I should do Instagram training or Facebook ads training or do tutorials on how to do graphics. And that's like all the fun, pretty stuff. But where the unsexy work is where it matters. And so that's what I do too. I'm adding people and making sure I'm posting, and then I'm following up and inviting and connecting with people. I just want to clarify, it's different than inviting. Connecting is just like commenting on their posts, putting them a message, just re-engaging with friendships. And that's been actually really cool for me too. So yeah, it works. We like honestly are living proof that it can work, and you just have to do it. So sure. This is our calendar. I will post this. I wanted everyone on the team call to get first dibs at it. So congrats. Thanks for being on, guys. And then I'll post it in our page after this. But I wanted you guys to see it because Monique and I wanted to kind of walk through our strategy for this. And this is what we are going to be following. You don't have to. But if you're like us and it's helpful to have some guidance, I think you could. So.
I'm going to mute everyone real quick if you're okay with that. And then just unmute yourself.
Do you want to explain a calendar or do you want me to? I don't really care. I do. Okay. So this is really helpful because it gives you some direction when you're figuring out your posts of what you want to be doing. You've heard the phrase like jab, jab, right hook of like dropping stuff in every day. So starting February, we are going to be doing, so again, you do not have to, but we have our new coach training kicking off. So if you have anybody, you can add them to that. But Monique and I are actually going to be running a group together. So we're going to start our challenge group, the prep week right here. So all this first week, we're going to be dribbling things about challenge groups. Probably Sunday I'll do a real legitimate call to action kind of post. Actually tonight, After this call, I'm still working on it, but you'll see a post come up that I'm going to do a call to action for this group as well. And then we'll kind of switch gears and you'll see me start to promote my free group. So we'll do a free group in here. Again, and these are things that you can be dribbling into your posts day to day of like, a recipe. I'm so excited to share this in my free group next week, blah, blah, blah. Or my challenge group ladies are getting incredible results. I can't believe it's the best. I'm sorry, I'm sitting on the floor in our bedroom and our toilet in our bathroom's possessed. And it just randomly makes noises. So that's what that was. And so there's that. The free group, if you guys haven't done one before, you can check with us, but there's a whole variety you can do. And Valentine's Day, honestly, is like, there's sugar detox, love yourself, date nights on a budget, like clean eating chocolate recipes. I mean, you can just go on and on and on. There's so many that you guys can do here. But then you're going to be dropping your challenge group posts here because all your free group people are going to be seeing those and hopefully will want to join your challenge group on the 20th. So you guys can see how this kind of all rolls together. Then you have your prep week. And then we do a coaching sneak peek. We always do it the last Monday of every month. And so we're going to start dribbling in coaching posts here of why we love coaching and what it's done for us, blah, blah, blah. Does that all make sense to you guys? Yeah? Monique, do you want to add stuff to it?
Does anyone have questions, like at all? Please ask them because we want you to understand how we do this and this is what we do every single month. So we always post a calendar. And that way we always know every week. It's again, that forward thinking, like, okay, this is what I have coming up, my challenge group. What is my goal? My goal is to fill my challenge group up, right? So my goal is Success Club X, whatever your goal is, Success Club, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever your goal is, it's X. You're going to want to try to obviously hit it as soon as possible, right? So you're going to start the week before you put your date down. So we're starting prep week on the 6th. Now I personally, and I know Abby does too, I'll keep adding people. If someone says on the 4th or the 5th, they're like, I'm ready to sign up, like, oh, fine, I'll send them a link and it's still prep week. They can still join the group because we're not actually going to start until the 13th, like day one of our group will start the 13th, right? So we still technically have 2 weeks to get people signed up and added to that group that quote unquote starts the 6th, but that's still our date of like what we put out there. We tell people it's starting the 6th because it's getting something in their mind, like this is when it's starting. And then that's when we're posting for that. So then once that date hits the 6th, all of those conversations, we don't talk about that anymore. Anything we've been, people are coming to us because they remember that post or that post is still circulating. We switch gears and that week of the 6th, we start talking about a free group because all those people that said no to us, then we can go back and say, okay, you said no. How about this? I have a free group. See, we offer the free group second. We don't offer it first. We offer it second.
I'll throw this in here because I'm every day adding new contacts, hopefully, or reconnecting with people. If it's someone that like I haven't talked to in forever or it's a new friend, I feel so comfortable saying, hey, I just wanted to let you know I shot you an invite to this free group because I'll oftentimes do it like as an event and then invite people to and be like, I don't know if you're interested, but it's totally free. There's no strings attached. Just thought you might you liked all my food posts the other day, so thought you might be interested. Like that one's the easiest one to invite to ever, honestly, because there's it's legitimately free.
Yeah.
So.
And people love free. They love free so much. Like who just said that? Oh, I think Jess, you sent that message, right? Like she was talking to someone about a challenge group and her friend was like, oh, you should have told me free first because I love free.
Yeah. She's like, you should have started with free.
So people love free, but those people, when you get a hard no or not right, like a not right now or whatever, like real legitimate, they're just not going to do it right now. Then I offer the free group. The thing is for me, I don't offer free groups every single month because for me, it's very cumbersome. But as a new coach, it's such a great way to get a following, to legitimize yourself, to get results, because I guarantee when people follow your meal plan and do workouts for a week, they'll lose 2 to 3 pounds. So between 1 and 3 pounds, people always lose it if they follow it. And you instantly validate yourself as a coach instantly because you can post about it. You can tell people, look at what I've helped people do in a week's time. This is what I've helped people do. And then the people who participated believe in you and they believe in what your ability is to help them do. And then they're more likely to say yes. At the very end of the free group, we tell them, okay, this is what we have going on starting next week. We have our next challenge group starting. You're welcome to join that. And then I'll private message you with the details on that. So it's such a great lead into that. And that's why this month, because of Team Cup, we're having 2 challenge groups going. And it's just a good opportunity to help us help you guys hit Success Club with a free group as new coaches. So again, it goes down into then, so the free group's done. So, we've got everyone added in there. So we switch gears again, and where Abby put on the 16th promo, the challenge group post, you're going to kick it back in to challenge group mode, and your posts, everything that you post will start to say, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite workouts that my challenge group is doing, or, this is what's happening in my challenge group this week. I just shared this recipe. My challengers love it. Like in my challenge group, we're doing this, or, oh my gosh, we all lost this. Like you'll start dribbling little things like in my challenge group, or as a coach, I love to do this because this is what I help people achieve, or whatever. You'll start dribbling that in your post, and then your call to action will be, my next group starts on the 20th. Who wants to join it, or whatever, whatever your call to action is going to be. So every week you'll know what gear you're mentally should be switching into and what you should be saying in your posts every day.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have questions on what it looks like to like dribble those things in? Monique just gave some good examples.
How long are the free groups usually?
It's totally up to you. I have done 3-day ones. I've done 5-day ones. I don't like to do them longer than a week because they do take work, and I want to make sure I give them my all so that people like them. So it kind of depends. In our team docs, which I have the little thing right here in the cover banner page, Monique and I have both uploaded several free group scripts that you guys are free to use, to modify, whatever you want. There's also some in like the Dream Team files on those pages. So there's a lot floating around you can get creative with. And I think February is a really fun month to do that.
Yeah, I actually have one, I Love Yourself script, I think it's in there.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Yeah.
And
so
there's,
that's a good one.
I think Monique, you do this too. I add my coaches to the script swap page usually.
I do.
So there's a bunch in there. And they have like sugar detox or like healthy chocolates. I know there was a coach who was mentioning she was going to do like cocktails on a budget. I mean, you can kind of take it and make it what you want and make it reflective of you. And I will oftentimes, I'll be honest, people don't always roll immediately from a free group to your challenge group. That would be the hope. But you start those conversations and you know that they are at least interested in this because they wanted to join it. So it makes it a really easy thing to come back to month after month with them as well. And then, challenge prep week. And I would really encourage you guys this month, honestly, if you're like me at all, it's scary to be a coach, but then you get the hang of that. And then it's like scary to invite to challenge groups, but you get the hang of that. But then the one last thing is like, it is terrifying to talk about the business. And I know that it is. But I would encourage you guys, especially because it's Team Cup month, especially because it's just good for you. This week, start dropping coaching posts. I started promoting coaching when I had made $50. Like I didn't have a massive income. I didn't have a team, but I just started talking about what I loved about it. And that gradually attracted people. So if you guys are wanting to actually make this a business for yourself, you need to start getting used to it. So you can start dribbling those. And if you're not sure what to talk about, post in our team page and we'll help you guys. But then we do our little coaching sneak peek here and then kick off training in March. And then the calendar just kind of repeats itself there. Questions on that at all? No? Okay. And feel free, you do not have to do it this way. If you don't feel like you're ready to start a challenge group on the 6th, or you have one person, team up with another coach and run it together, or say, you know what, I'm just going to focus all my energy on really getting people in on the 20th because I don't feel like I'm ready on the 6th. But make sure you have some sort of structure in place, because just like meal planning or workouts, if you do not plan, you're going to fail. It's just how it is. Tough love. Monique likes when I put my CSC pants on.
Yep.
Okay. So this is where we wanted to, and I just pulled these graphics off. I think I actually have these in our team file somewhere too. I didn't make this, someone else did. But I know that for me, when I first started, because I didn't post on social media a lot, I maybe did once or twice a month, and it was a picture of my kid. Thinking about suddenly posting 3 to 5 times a day and having them be for a business with a directed purpose was really overwhelming. And so this is an example of a posting plan that people can do. And you don't want, you want it to be 80-20 or 90-10. You don't want Beachbody to dominate your life. You want to show how Beachbody and fitness and nutrition has fit into your life, but it hasn't taken it over. You're still you. So these are my topics that I tend to post about. So if you watch my page, you'll see these pop up: mom life, marriage. I do Recipe Wednesday, so I always share a recipe. My faith is really important to me. So usually my workout posts in the morning, I try to have some sort of motivational thing. I love chocolate. I'm embarrassed to admit that I watch The Bachelor, but I do. And those Monday night posts always get a ton of engagement. And that's like stuff like that's fun to talk about. Like, I love Fixer Upper, I love The Bachelor, because that just shows my personality and that I'm not like a workout robot, because that's not me. So if you like brainstorm a little,
boring.
I know, no one likes that. And I always do, like, whenever I do my Bachelor posts, I always do like the little like monkey with his hands over his eyes and like, don't judge. But usually I'll be like, but I'm checking in with my challengers, or like I will drop coaching into those posts still. But yeah, like sit down if you haven't done this yet and make a list of the things that you're passionate about, the things that like light a fire in your belly, whatever it is, the things that like you enjoy, and post about those things, because people want to get to know you and your vibe attracts your tribe. It is so true. So those are mine. And then I have Monique's. I like guessed Monique's, and then I texted her and I was right on all of them. I felt really good. And I'm going to, this actually, Monique, I don't think has seen this yet. This is a really amazing PDF that didn't come across real great on this presentation, but I'm going to upload it in our team page about planning content. So you guys will see the bigger version of that tonight too. So I'll let Monique take hers.
So when you scroll my page, you'll see that I talk about my kids and like mom life. I really play up of myself. So I am lazy. I'm the lazy girl. I want easy recipes. I just want to basically find all the cans and dump them in a crock pot. Like anything that's like super easy, because that's me. And again, I attract my tribe. And so I know that a lot of moms, a lot of women are busy and they like easy, lazy stuff. And so I just share what works for me. So I share a lot of that when I come up with like easy recipes that are really, really good, because I'm also a foodie. So I love, love, love food. So if I come up with something really good and easy, I post that. I'm a coffee addict. So I talk about coffee a lot. Like I posted my coffee shirt today, which also goes in with fashion. If I, get a new dress or a new shirt or a new whatever, I always love to share that. And I get a ton of comments, likes, and stuff like that. Unicorns are my thing. I love them. And so when I find something unicorny, I post it. And the really cool thing is once you start sharing yourself and the quirky little things about you and the quirky little things that you like, people start remembering that. And so I have the most random people, I don't even know who these people are, tagging me, posting on my page, Monique, the slippers that I got the other day, some girl, I don't even know who she is. She's like, Monique, look at these. And she showed me the slippers. I have like 3 people who tagged me in the glitter unicorn mimosas. Like they want me to get drunk and be a unicorn. I'm in. Okay. But I don't drink, but I would be in, it's like people are tagging me in like all the unicorn stuff because they associate that with me. And so the more you share the quirky little things that you love or things that are near and dear to your heart, people will remember that and associate you with that. And it's a really easy way to plant yourself in their mind, because they don't just associate me as the unicorn girl. They also associate me as healthy and eating, good recipes and mom life. And I share, same thing, faith and motivation. Like you'll see me post quotes or scriptures and stuff like that occasionally. So for the most part, if you scroll my page, you'll see one of these 6 things within the last week for sure. And again, it's just all about planting yourself in people's minds, but also attracting the same people, because those are the people you want around you. I personally don't want some goth chick with all these piercings. Like that's not my tribe and I don't want it. And so I'm not attracting that. You know what I mean? Like, and all the stuff I'm posting is not going to appeal to some goth chick with the piercings listening to like metal. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to attract that. Sorry, I'm just saying, like, that's not my tribe. And so, my vision in my mind of what I see in that is not like, that's not me. And so I know all of this stuff is not going to appeal to someone like that. You know what I mean? So it's putting yourself out there in your truest, like, and it's not always the same thing. Like unicorns have just, I love anything princessy and pink. My pink robe, obviously that's not on there, but that's a pretty big staple in my posts. It's like part of my, the whole persona. It actually has like a life of its own at this point, but it's just stuff that people can easily associate with you completely outside of health and fitness, because they feel like they know you, and people who feel like they know you want to be with you and want to do the things that you're doing.
And like Monique said, like it's about fitting them into your life already. So it's like they're going to gravitate like, ooh, I'm thinking of Victoria. Like I do like metal music and I love going on random adventures and I'm a young 20 something and Victoria's doing all these fun things. And then she like posts cool recipes like, ooh, sign me up. So you guys have got this. I think since we have a couple minutes, I would love to hear you guys, like if you have jotted these things down before or like thinking of them now, I just am curious, like you guys unmute yourselves and I want to hear what your topics are. I'm going to put you on the spot.
I'll just go first since I
Yeah.
literally just wrote mine down.
Perfect.
So I definitely put my cats, my 2 black cats. They're brothers. Anything Disney, literally Disney earrings, Disney necklace, anything Disney. Elephants, and just traveling, adventures. Like Monique, we're talking about the hikes. Like anything like outdoorsy.
That's awesome. Perfect.
Yeah,
See?
that's perfect. Perfect.
Who's next? Do you feel like you're in school again?
Yeah. I'm just going to call on you if you guys don't. I'm going to go down the
I
row.
know, we can do that.
Katie, you're next. Unmute. I unmuted you. Go ahead.
Thank you. I have mom stuff. I have, let's see. I share my bearded dragon for whatever reason. Boy mom type stuff. Every once in a while there's stuff about my dogs on there. I don't know. I have it all written down somewhere. I'm just not with it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. How about Rachel? You're next in line. You're unmuted.
You're unmuted.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much not different than you guys, but life with a newborn, church, my husband, recipes and food, and of course working out and that sort of thing. And I
You
like
also
The
have-
Bachelor too.
I was going to say, you also have cute makeup posts too.
Yeah. I would say makeup, like that's a pretty
Oh,
big.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know better than I do.
Good job. Well, it's helpful. We actually did, with a few of my other coaches, we did an exercise where we all went to each other's pages and kind of like, looked at it, critiqued it, which was helpful. So it's different when you get people's other perspective because they'll see things about you that you don't really realize about yourself, Okay.
Victoria.
Yes. You're unmuted.
Okay. Well, first off, like a question. Is there, like, have you guys noticed that there's a sweet spot for the number of things you should focus on? Does that make sense?
Like the number of
So
posts
that,
a
like,
day?
it's not so wide of a range that people can't
5.
pick out any one thing.
5 things.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to be narrow enough where it's like a clear, like, yeah, like I talk boy mom life.
Right.
I'm going to have to switch. And I'm going to have to talk about multiple genders and that's going to suck. Yeah, it's like narrow your, like you have more than 5 things about you, but you have 5 that probably stand out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one thing that like I haven't been good about lately, but I have a animal shelter that I volunteer at, so I think that would be fun to start posting more about. And kind of going on like outdoors adventures is something I've already noticed on Instagram gets a lot of attention. And my husband and I go rock hunting a lot, which sounds
Oh, that's
super lame, but
cool.
it's actually really fun.
You can
That's
do like
awesome.
nail your
Memorable, I
hair
think.
color all the time. I feel like you've got makeup down. Everyone wants to know your makeup tutorials.
Mhm.
That's good. Those are good and like unique things. You know what I
You know
mean?
what-
That will bring people to you. Yeah.
You know what you also have, Victoria, that's like such a leg up that I like probably 5 years ago would have followed you for would be like the fresh out of college newlywed life, because I feel like that's such a like the rug gets pulled out from under your feet year that like just even talking about like how you guys are navigating post college, whatever that looks like, whether it's like figuring out how to grocery shop for 2 people, that was
Right.
really hard for me, like stuff like that, like people struggle in that and you have a leg up.
Yeah. That's something unique.
Okay, that's a really good idea. Yeah.
Because I don't know about any of you guys, but I remember first like
Oh,
graduating and
wow.
getting married, I'd like wilted all my lettuce because I bought too many groceries and I like couldn't figure it out and it was so frustrating. So stuff like that helps. Who's next?
Okay.
Melanie?
Yep. Melanie.
Hi. Sorry, I
Hi.
got on late.
It's okay.
So I think the first one is my son. So like boy mom things. That's pretty much what I post most about at this point. And then soccer. I've been playing soccer since I was a kid, so it's still part of what I do. Coffee and chocolate, pretty much sum up my life. And then, especially together.
Yes.
And yeah, I really like to cook at home, and so I had a couple of new ideas to try to post more about how my son and I cook together, because he's really
that's
into it
awesome.
now. So I'm going to try to work on that, but I think
Those are good.
my direction is.
Yeah. And you can do like working mom I know that I love that one, like working mom tips, because you work and stuff like that too.
Yeah, the thing I've struggled with most about that is, especially like in terms of meal prepping, is I don't have to take a lunch to work at all. So I'm trying to figure out how to kind of be like kind of throw that in, because I have that perk. I have lunch at work free every day, so I don't have to do that. So try to.
But you know what it's like to have the crazy, if you're like me, the crazy breakfast going out the door, or like having to get dinner on the table like that when you come back.
You know what? Honestly, it would really be cool if you shared what you choose at work to eat, like how you incorporate that, because there are a lot of people who actually have that. You could talk about that. Like, it's almost kind of like lunch on the go. Like, what are you choosing?
Yeah.
And how do you incorporate it into that? If you did that a couple times a week, like today at work, this is what I'm picking. These are my options, and this is how I fit it into my meal plan.
Okay, I'll do that. I have we have our menus posted ahead of time. So like when I was working on my meal plan a while ago, like I went through the menus that were available where I was eating today. And so like I could actually like try to stay focused. And
that's even a really cool engagement post that you could kick it off with and just ask, like, this is a perk that I get at work. Does anyone else have this? So many people are going to say like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. No, I mean, I promise you, you're going to get like 100 people commenting on it, but then you'll also see who else has that. And then you'll know how you can help those people.
Good.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Angela, you post about Hawaii and make all of us jealous.
Yeah.
I think island life, that's a big one that I like to talk about.
And the rest of the world gets mad. Ballroom dancing?
Yeah, dancing is super fun. Yeah, definitely talk about that.
And I think like you mention it, but I think you could even post more about it, because you do that a lot of times as your workout, or like the cute stories of like you're dancing with these little old men and your husband doesn't always go, but you're at these like 80-year-olds. Like I think even stuff like that, like people just love those stories.
I know, my guy has a hernia right now and he has to like wait, like, cause it's an island, so he has to wait like a month to get surgery, but then he got the flu type B and he's been sick for like 10 days, and so he can't do neck drops and like these studs. It's so funny. So I gotta find me a new old guy.
Yeah, and I think for you, I've noticed you do a lot on your like page that doesn't get shared, but I would challenge you while you're building your like page to do more on your personal page, because that will get more people seeing them. Because for whatever reason, like pages don't always get seen as much unless you've so keep working on it. But like I would say focus more on your personal page, but like keep doing all your recipes and workouts on it. Like just share everything on it.
Okay, sounds good.
And you have like the mom life, like working mom, but island life, and
yeah. I like shortcuts. I don't know. I haven't really posted them. Now that you guys are saying this, it's making me think about like my personality and stuff, because I'm kind of private too. Like I don't really want to share like it is hard to like brand, I feel like, but I really like shortcuts, because I have a really short, like, I don't like to take a long time to do anything. Like even like sitting down to read my kids' homework with them, it's like I'm like pretty much like standing up and my son's trying to read at the table while I'm like trying to make dinner, because I just can't stand sitting still. So shortcuts, I love like any kind of.
And make it like your own hashtag. Like I do like recipe Wednesdays, mostly just to keep myself on track of like something that I know I'll post. But you could have like shortcut Saturday. I mean, you can like make it a theme.
Ooh, that's cool.
Have it through your week, and it could be a different thing, like a shortcut for your workout, a shortcut for whatever, but just have it be a theme that people then just start to expect to see on your wall.
I like that, because I love shortcuts, and anytime my mom's like, oh, did you hear of this new shortcut? I'm like, yeah, I always do that.
That's awesome.
Like every single time.
And like those are the kinds of things where we're all about sharing, not selling. And so even if it's not connected to health and fitness, like I did a post a while ago about my household cleaners that I do because I make my own. And it was just like sharing, like, here's my baking powder, whatever combo. And like people are like, oh my gosh, this is that. Like people appreciate that. And then they know that your only engagement is not to try to make a sale off of them because that's not what we're about. And that's not what you ever want to come across as. So it just shows that like Angela just loves to share everything.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
And the beauty is if you guys are private, like I know a bunch of my coaches are, and I for sure am, is that you have the advantage of being a CEO of your business of sharing what parts of yourself you want to share.
Right. I like that. I like having 5 topics. That helps.
Awesome. We have like 2 more minutes. Are there things that you guys have questions on that we haven't covered?
And was this helpful?
Yeah, I think I have another one. Do you guys usually invite like anyone to your challenge groups, or do you save them if they're not planning on buying anything for your free group? It doesn't really matter.
I will invite people and then just wait to hear what they say.
Yeah.
If they say no. And you'll be amazed, honestly, and I think Monique can attest to this. I've had people who said no to me months ago come around later because I was consistent. I wasn't consistent with bugging them, but I was consistent in sharing my journey and the results my customers were getting. And so it kind of made them be like, oh, Abby does know what she's doing after 6 months of stalking me. So.
Well, I feel like I have like 4 girls interested in doing the challenge group, but not interested in buying anything.
Yeah.
At least yet. I mean,
So that's where you would put them on a list for a free group. If you've had a really good conversation with them and you've really like answered all of their objections, you've circled around to all of it, and they're just like, not right now, like absolutely not right now. This month is not going to happen for me. I would invite them then to the free group that you have coming up, and let them get results from that, and then re-invite them for March's group or the second group in February.
And then like the heck out of all their posts so that they know that you're seeing what they're posting and that you care about their lives.
I have a question. Do you guys ever because I think my biggest, not fear, but concern is like creating a group invite for a free online group counselor. And then no one wants, I'm just scared that people are going to see, oh, there's only 2 people doing it, so that's lame.
In a free group, everyone wants to do a free group.
Really? Okay, good. I was looking if you guys ever
And we're gonna have you post it everywhere. It's not just gonna be on your page.
Yeah.
So I'll show you
We'll
other
do
places.
a little video on our page about it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we have
So
one.
I have a question too, really quick. So after I've gotten the free groups and I've gotten people to do them, and then I have people in my 30-day groups, but now I kind of have the same people. What do you do with them